The second leading cause of a slowed metabolism outside of just restricting calories too much is something that on the surface seems very, very difficult to fix. But if you understand what's happening, it's actually very, very doable. So let's go ahead and break this down. It's very interesting.
And after today's video, I put a link down below for some stick packs. Actually, you know the company, it's called Create, but that is a 50% off, like legit 50% off creatine stick packs. They're 5-gram stick packs and they're sweetened with monk fruit, entirely fasting friendly, so you can have them during a fast. I promise you they will keep your appetite at bay, but they'll keep your energy high. So if I'm fasting a lot, my calories are low, 10 to 15 grams of creatine throughout the day. I spread it evenly in like little water bottle sips throughout the day. I just sip on it. Those stick packs make it kind of easy to just sip on throughout the day because I can put it in a water jug or whatever, but my strength stays high even in a fasted state. So again, that link is down below, 50% off Create creatine stick packs. They still have their gummies too. Those are super awesome, but these sugar-free stick packs are even cooler. So again, link down below in the top line of the description.
The thing you need to correct is stress. And funny, you probably just clicked off this video because it's so basic, right? Not basic at all. Here's the thing. If it was as easy as everyone makes it sound to reduce stress, don't you think that as a society we wouldn't really be stressed out? I'm not suggesting that you go get a handle on your stress. I mean, I am, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to get a handle on my stress. I just take it day by day, little inch by inch. So yeah, stress slows down your metabolism. As a matter of fact, hear this out. I have a solution for you, but I want you to hear what is going on. There's a study published in Biological Psychiatry that found that when subjects were stressed the day before, it affected their insulin levels the next day, it affected their resting energy expenditure after eating, and it affected fatty acid oxidation. What this is telling us is that in those three things, those are the recipe for fat burning stopping. That is the recipe for the metabolism slowing down. Okay, when resting energy expenditure goes down after eating, that means that you're not revving up the metabolism with food. It means that you're eating food and things are just like, So what this tells us is that stress impacts our metabolism directly, but it happens a day later. Now, if you look at other research, you find that stress affects us neurobiologically. It affects dopaminergic responses in the brain. So when we are stressed, food seems better. When we are stressed, that Skittles, that Snickers, that something sweet actually triggers a stronger reward response in our brain. It's not just because we're stressed out and we're craving something random. We're literally getting a better effect in our brain, which means at a fundamental neurological level, it's very hard to willpower our way through that. Willpower is a finite resource. So what am I getting at here? How do you correct this issue? My advice to you is when you get stressed out, is not to try to control everything as much as you can. My advice is also not to binge and do whatever you want. Okay, my advice to you is to think about what happens the next day. Because remember, that study that I mentioned, it seems as though the metabolic effects take effect the next day. When you're stressed out and you're in the moment, your adrenaline is pumping. Things are working warp speed. The food that you're eating at that time, yeah, it's having a negative impact, but it's what you eat the next day that might really have the impact based upon the research. It isn't a license to get stressed out and eat whatever you want. You should still execute some control. But the next day, since postprandial resting energy expenditure goes down, fat oxidation goes down, and insulin goes up, the next day is the day you really need to be conscious of it. So if you had a crazy day at work today, okay, maybe you got a pink slip, maybe things are really bad, or maybe you just had a rough day, but then tomorrow you wake up and you got some good sleep and you feel good, well, you are going to be in control that day. But that doesn't mean just because you feel good that you can eat whatever you want. The negative impact of the prior day's food is impacting you today. So if I had a stressful day today, that means tomorrow I need to be in even more control of my diet than I was today. This is a very helpful tip because it helps keep you one step ahead of what's going on. If we know our metabolism and our fat oxidation is lower the day after stress, we can reduce the potential gain that comes with it. thereby allowing our weight loss journey to continue on a successful trajectory, all while maintaining some control of how we feel. And as a secondary, it also allows you to be aware of your emotions and aware of your stress. Because if you're aware of that stress, that's a good thing on many levels, but also metabolically. I'll see you tomorrow.